Welcome to the future of luxury travel, where cryptocurrency meets paradise. Introducing Bitcoin, Ben all-inclusive beach resort, nestled on the pristine shores of El Salvador. Every room is a gateway to adventure, complete with your personal 4x4 vehicle, scooter, and jet ski. Picture yourself cruising along scenic coastal roads, feeling the thrill of freedom. Glide across crystal-clear waters on your private jet ski, embracing the rush of adrenaline. Return to your luxurious suite where comfort meets cutting-edge technology. Indulge in world-class amenities from gourmet dining to rejuvenating spa treatments. Experience the vibrant nightlife with entertainment options that cater to the most discerning tastes. Invest in a resort that's not just keeping up with the times, but defining the future of travel. Join us in creating the ultimate paradise. Contact us at 562-526-0813 and become part of the future of luxury travel.
And we are live. And God, I look old. Look at all these wrinkles that I've earned. Well, what's crazy is I'm only 25. This is what Bitcoin does to you. It ages you about double what you think, what your age is. No, I'm actually coming up on 50. A couple days from now, I turn 50. I know, one leg in the grave and leaning, but hey guys, I wouldn't change a damn thing about what I do, what I've done, where we're going, and I have an announcement from now on, hopefully, if he doesn't walk out when I announce this. Jay, can we get a clip of Jay?
Good morning, everyone.
There we go. Jay is actually going to be the morning host with me. So I have someone who can tell me when I'm stupid. And always choose someone smarter than you for that job. Because if you don't have someone smarter than you, then you have a dumbass telling you you're a dumbass. And that don't feel good. So Jay, how are you, brother?
I'm doing well. Good morning to you, and happy advanced birthday for this momentous milestone.
That's right. You've actually seen this one already.
I have.
You're older than me. But he looks better. He has that smooth skin. Where is your lineage originally from?
So my parents were from India.
Okay.
And both my parents are from India. My dad was a professor in economics at Duke and then London School of Economics. So I ended up spending a bunch of time in North Carolina and then in London before going back to India and then coming back again.
Look at world traveler here.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you guys age well. You really don't wrinkle like us old white guys.
Well, I didn't have the Bitcoin dog years like you did.
That's true. That's exactly. 1 year in Bitcoin is like 12 years of life.
Even worse than the dogs. That's like 7 years. You're like the super dog.
Absolutely. Dogs outlive us.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. But you know what? You actually look great. And when I met you a couple of years ago, you were heavier, but now you are looking better at this 50th birthday, and it's much to celebrate, isn't it?
Well, that's what happens when you're in, cryptos and you're in Bitcoin. You don't eat because you're just buying Bitcoin. You're like, look, according to the dictionary or the encyclopedia, I can go 12 days without eating. So I only eat once every 12 days. Everything else goes right into Bitcoin.
Folks, that's 12 days worth of Bitcoin right there. You got to try it out.
We call it the Bitcoin diet.
That's a new diet. Are you starting a new diet fad here? Which is we eat Bitcoin for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
You get one little Bitcoin cookie every morning, and that's it.
Lovely. One Satoshi.
One cookie.
That's it. One Sakuki.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, we should sell Sakukis.
We could, couldn't we?
Oh my God. I just came up with a new brand.
It's the cookies.
A Sakuki.
Well, the Girl Scout stuff is, gone. It's
Oh,
out the
Thin
door.
Mints.
All the DEI stuff is gone.
Raise your hand if you love those Girl Scout cookie Thin Mints.
Oh, we love those
You
Thin Mints.
I always put them in the freezer because I basically want to break a tooth on one of those.
Mm.
Oh, they're so good
once
frozen.
you turn 50, that sort of changes your attitude about breaking teeth.
Well, these are fake.
Oh, okay.
So if these break, I get my money back.
Well, the Sakukis are going to be nice and moist. Okay.
They're basically going to be orange.
Old people ready.
Well, yeah. I mean, really, we have to think about us old people.
Exactly. It's a niche market.
We are going to take chocolate and we're actually going to color it orange and just make them chocolate chip cookies, but the chocolate will be orange.
Well, now I'm thinking of Bitcoin. So tell us what's going on in the Bitcoin world.
Oh, it's on sale right now. I was actually watching Bloomberg, and of course they're dramatizing it like it's going to zero. We've heard that for freaking 14 years now, and they're like it's at 80,000, and I'm like, yeah. A year ago, it was at like 18. It isn't like it dropped. It isn't at 96 or 106, but it isn't at $400. I mean, their lack of knowledge of our industry and our actual, fluctuation in price, which is absolutely normal. In fact, whenever it actually drops like 10 or 20%, all of us who have actually been in it, that's a yawn fest. We've been through 80, 90% drops. That's a drop. When you drop 20%, that's nothing. You don't even pay attention to it except to actually buy more.
That's right. And so, we've seen in the previous turns 25% dips, and that's you get the rise, and that's how it actually works. It's quite in its natural cycle. And there've been a slew of bad news, quote unquote, in the last few weeks about the Bybit stuff going on and the Trump's, tariffs, et cetera, that are impacting price. But we are here to stay. This is, the fundamentals of Bitcoin, the reason you have always loved it, we have always loved it, remain exactly the same. None of that is changing. In fact, I personally think there are a couple of effects which I'm naming. One of them is called the Lazarus effect. And of course, we know North Korea, the Lazarus guys broke into the Bybit stuff. Which is CIA. But think about it strategically. That's the Ethernet, the Ethereum chain, right? So a lot of the money that's been in Ether, I think, is going to start to flow actually back into Bitcoin.
Oh, it always does.
It always does. It's more secure. It is being perceived as more secure.
Yep. Actually, in the crypto world, every actual what we call a bull run is led by the Bitcoin. And once it goes up about 40, 50, 60%, then you have your roll off or your waterfall into alts. That's where everyone who held Bitcoin is way up, and they're like, oh, I'll take like 10 grand and I'll buy a little Ether or, ADA or Solana or whatever. And that actually causes all of the alts to run up.
That's right. And dominance numbers are looking good for Bitcoin right now. So that's a good thing. And the integration with Solana is going to bring in a lot more capabilities.
There's
into
a
the network.
lot that people don't know about Solana. There's a lot of ex-Hollywood non-pedophiles who are actually working with AI on Solana. And there's other projects. Here's a little hint. It's called Hypercycle. There are several billionaires who I've been on calls with who, and actually one of them, I was on a call. There was maybe about 25 of us on there. And he actually said, hang on, Ben. When everyone else hangs up, could you hang on? I need to talk to you. And I'm like, okay. He was actually leading the call. And so like everyone else, popped off. And he's like, hey, I just wanted to give you a heads up on a project. It's hard to even say the number. I dropped $500 million into.
Wow.
And I'm like,
wow.
Well, number one, this guy doesn't invest unless he knows it's a guarantee.
That's more than what El Salvador dropped into it.
Yeah.
That's a country.
And he literally is like, look, this project probably is not going to participate in this bull run because we're kind of keeping it on the DL. He was like, but the next bull run, this is going to be leading the pack. And he's like Hypercycle. And Heidi.
What's a hypercycle? Explain that too.
I'd have to ask Heidi.
Oh, okay.
Because I had her research it because I really don't have time like I used to. I would have hopped off and like dug right into it.
Yeah, we're going to look into it. Yeah.
And you can ask her. I actually sent her a text at like 1 o'clock in the morning because I do these like late Asian calls.
Yeah, I've received a few of those.
Oh yeah. And I'm like, hey, I got a nugget. Look into a project called Hypercycle. So she looked into it, and she got back to me. She'll usually like write out a report, or she'll just say, hey, here's my report on whatever. And she was giddy. She's like, oh my God, do you know who's involved in this? And I'm like, who do you think I got the information from?
Exactly.
And I think I bought like $40,000 worth, and it's under it. And I don't remember what it's at. I'd have to ask.
5 cents.
It's 4.5 cents right now.
Yeah.
And I bought 40 grand when it was about, I think it was under a penny.
Oh, that's an amazing ROI.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
Oh, maybe 3 or 4 months ago.
So 4 months, you got a 400% ROI.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm not going to sell it.
No,
I'm going to hold that shit till the next bull run.
Now, what you're seeing here is that while the short-term fluctuations are happening in the market, investors and folks who have been in this business for decades, they are not in the least perturbed. They are watching this. They're looking at it as an opportunity to buy more. They're looking at it and look at the factors we're talking about. There is market conditions. There are big investors like the one Ben is talking about who are coming into the market. They're betting the future. They're betting the house on the future. And there are these other factors, like let's talk about this Fort Knox situation. So what happens if they go in, Trump goes in, and the gold is not as much gold? What do you think is going to happen to the Bitcoin price when that kind of observation is made? Because that's going to sort of debase the confidence people have in the federal government. It debases the fiat. There's a flight to security. There's a flight to gold. There's a flight to digital gold, which is Bitcoin, and that could have a pretty steep effect also on Bitcoin price going upwards, don't you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's when they find out that we don't have as much as we said we had, yeah, everyone's going to run to it for several reasons. You'll have some run in and you're like, oh, you got to buy gold because America's going to have to buy gold. Folks, here's a little hint. America don't have to buy gold. We have so much friggin' gold in Chocolate Mountain. There is literally El Salvador. You know how big El Salvador is? It's about that big. All right. They just found two friggin' mountains that have $4.3 trillion worth of gold in just two mountains in El Salvador. Folks, America is about 1 million times larger than El Salvador. We have Chocolate Mountain. We have the Grand Canyon, which, from my understanding, and I got this from a great source named actually Bix Weir. He's a friend of mine. There's more gold in the Grand Canyon than is out in human usage now. That's how much gold is in the Grand Canyon. And if you don't believe me, there's an article from 1904. This is one of the reasons they launched the Federal Reserve. In 1904, we all remember the gold rush and all that. Well, once some serious companies actually got involved with the gold rush, because initially it was Joe Schmo with a shovel. And once some serious companies actually got involved and they went to the Grand Canyon to test, they found so much gold that one of the New York Times writers wrote an article. They took the article out of print the next week because, according to the article, they had found more gold than was at that time also used by humans.
Isn't it amazing? Gold and Bitcoin have both been counter correlated with the rest of the equities and securities market. And so anytime the federal government makes policy changes or events like this Fort Knox situation could emerge in either printing more money or wanting to dig more of that gold out, it is going to cause some short-term fluctuations. But long-term, there's no question that money is going to flow into Bitcoin because gold is still a supply and demand situation.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is scarcity. End of story.
This is why, and I love you gold guys. Bud Bix, I love you. He's more of a silver guy than he is gold anyway. But you do not want to purchase gold.
That's it.
And I'll tell you why, and it'll make simple sense. The higher the price of gold goes, the more they mine it. Unlike the Bitcoin, it is not a fixed every 10 minutes releases 3.125 or whatever it is. Oh no, if the price of gold friggin' goes up, you'll have everyone and their brother out there 24 hours a day mining gold, and they'll drop that price because they'll produce more. With the Bitcoin, you can't do that.
It's called scarcity to flow.
Yeah.
And we look at that ratio all the time, and what you're finding is that ratio is just going steeper. It's going to go parabolic pretty soon, right? As more of the bigger institutions come into play. But here's another interesting, I did a little search on Google to see, the Google sentiment for Bitcoin searches, right? What I'm finding is that the Bitcoin search results haven't gone up that steeply yet, which tells me there's going to be a whole FOMO situation in the retail market, right? Fear of missing out. People are looking at this gold situation in Fort Knox. They're looking at all of this news coming out, But very soon, there's going to be a FOMO situation coming up when suddenly Bitcoin's going to be going to 125, 150, 200, 300, all the way up. Who knows how far it goes and what time? But retail investors haven't even begun yet.
Yeah, it's there's an announcement that's actually coming out in about a month and a half from the emergency reserve idea of holding actual Bitcoin for the government or in the government.
The Strategic Bitcoin Reserve,
Yes,
the SBR, which is in Florida. It's that the bill is called SB 550. Joe Gruters, that's the one. Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully, we can actually get him on the show, and either you or I or both of us interview him. Yes, because everyone who's like, Trump's been in office for 34 days or whatever the hell it is now. Why hasn't Bitcoin gone up? Well, folks, when you're getting ready to buy 4 million friggin' Bitcoin over the next 4 years, you need to have a plan. He isn't going to smash buy on friggin' Coinbase or Kraken. Trump isn't going to have a Coinbase app on his phone and every day, buy 25,000 Bitcoin. It's a strategic plan.
Yes.
And Trump ain't going to tell no one he's buying because he's a businessman. If you're about to pour, I guarantee, I guarantee you this, they're buying some already. Because I know over the counters that are helping NASDAQ, if you know who that is. They're already buying Bitcoin.
That's right. So, guys, look, Trump's going to be buying. Yeah,
speaking of buying Bitcoin, we have an announcement, don't we?
We do. Are we going to do it right after this ad?
Yeah. Well, now, apps, are we ready? Oh, okay, we're ready for an ad. All right, we will be right back after this word from the sponsor.
Ever wondered how safe your online activities really are? How secure is your digital footprint? In the vast realm of the internet, privacy and security are paramount. Without adequate protection, your personal data might be at risk. There are solutions to these issues, and today we're going to talk about 2 of them. Introducing Liberty laptops from CALIX Solutions.
It's just that we were
These
not
cutting-edge devices are meticulously designed to bolster online privacy, providing you the liberty to surf the internet incognito. The World Wide Web can be a wild frontier, but with Liberty laptops, your online privacy is always protected. We also present you crypto laptops, designed with cryptocurrency users in mind. Equipped to support a myriad of wallets and exchanges, these laptops are tailored for seamless cryptocurrency transactions. They offer enhanced security protocols to keep your digital assets safe. Crypto laptops ensures a secure and smooth cryptocurrency experience. It's time to take control of your online privacy and security. Venture over to CALIX Solutions and explore our Liberty laptops and crypto laptops. Don't forget, our affiliate program lets you earn $50 per sale. Visit calixsolutions.io now or call 7028458276 for more information, because your online safety is our priority.
And we're back. Absolutely. Guys and gals, if you still hold your cryptos on what looks like a fucking keychain, and I'm talking Trezor and Ledger, don't get me wrong, those products used to be good. Whenever Bitcoin was a joke to everybody, ain't no one laughing no more. We hit over $100,000 per. You don't want any of your cryptos on what looks like a damn keychain. Plus, if you don't know, you have to take your Trezor and hook it into your laptop to access your wallet most of the time. So if you have a laptop at home and you're using a general use, like you use it, your kids use it, your wife uses it, number one, if you have a teenage boy, I guarantee he has checked out Pornhub several times every day for the last, since he hit puberty. You don't want nothing that Pornhub has to offer. You talk about a virus, your computer will break out in what is called digital herpes. It's that bad, guys. And Trezor and Ledger, you have to plug your wallet, your keychain, into the laptop. So you're basically taking, ow, my back. You're basically taking your wallet and you're throwing it into a toilet bowl of shit and basically going, hope it's safe. Well, with CALIX Solutions, you have a crypto-only laptop. If you're holding over 10 grand worth of cryptos and you don't have a CALIX dedicated crypto trading and holding and hodling computer, your wallet, your money is sitting in shit in the digital toilet, folks. If you take your future seriously, then you need to take your security seriously and get a CALIX Solutions laptop. If you don't have one, I'll give you a week and then I'm going to call you stupid. You have 1 week to get a CALIX laptop. If you don't have one within a week, watch this show again and I'm going to call you stupid. Because when you get hacked, we hear it all the time here at the clubs and stuff, with people getting hacked. When you get hacked and then you buy a CALIX, you'll figure it out eventually. All right, Jay.
So on the loan, so before I get into the loan,
hang on.
Yes.
Don't just say the loan. This is hey, hello. Boy, my guy's just walking around. I think he's drunk. Oh, there we go. Huh?
Wanted to get your wallet out of the floor.
Oh, I'll get that later. Fuck that wallet. That ain't got no money in it. I don't keep no money in my wallet. At least not that one. Is we are announcing here at all of our clubs, we are announcing a loan program and no KYC program. Because we're a private membership club, we can help you actually get Bitcoin with no KYC. So if you actually want to own your friggin' Bitcoin privately, join the club. So does everyone else. So if you don't want to go over to Coinbase, send them your driver's license, send them a urine sample, join the club, because we can literally, and we can get you a loan based on your credit up to like $100,000 or something.
Up to 250, actually.
Oh, I'm so up to, hey, if you got over a 700 score, you can get like a $250,000 loan and get Bitcoin with it. Folks, and I think it's a 5-year term or something.
I'll get through that in just a moment. I'll talk about the loans.
And today's the day, folks. Freaking Bitcoin's at 80,000. You need to apply for one of our loans today. Not saying that we can wrap up the whole process today, but we can get you on the road. And I guarantee as soon as you apply for this loan, you will be begging that Bitcoin drops to 60. if you see a dip, you're going to cheer for the first time in your life. You're going to be like, hell yeah. Down, baby, down, down. Because this loan will be you'll actually be able to purchase Bitcoin now. And we have some that are, I think it's a balloon payment at the end of the loan.
Yeah, we got a 2-year, potentially up to 2 year, depending on credit.
Yeah.
So I think what Bitcoin, Ben, is talking about is really important, and not everybody understands the concept of leverage, what is used in the financial markets very well. There's good leverage and there's bad leverage, right? Bad leverage is when you're borrowing a bunch of money and paying off another loan with it. That's not good. You're just compounding your problems. But when you are actually borrowing money at, let's say, 15%, and you're investing it into an asset class which is returning 60% over the last 5 years, you're making that arbitrage of 45%. So there's a thesis behind why borrowing money and taking a loan potentially makes sense, because it is generating money for you. Now, just imagine for a second, it's 2028. Bitcoin is halving again, and you're enormously wealthy because you made the choice today to go big into Bitcoin, to get that into your wallet. The large institutions are coming in. The government is starting to buy Bitcoin through the strategic Bitcoin reserve, and you're starting to gain over those next 3-4 years. So the reason I say that is because you're always going to see short-term volatility in the market. That's just the way the heartbeat works of how stocks go. Any asset goes up or down. But if you look at a longer term as a true Bitcoin investor, you will definitely benefit from leverage. So just wanted to get that out the way, that leverage is a really important thing. It has to be done wisely and correctly. So with that being said,
I use it all the time because luckily for me, I have a pretty good credit score. and it just makes sense. If you
OPM, other people's money.
Yeah. When you actually buy a house, are you saving up $400,000? No. You're getting a loan so you can leverage the enjoyment of that house over a longer period of time.
And even the wealthiest people who have tons of Bitcoin, tons of money, they will actually use their good credit to arbitrage. And that's a risk reduction strategy, right? You can borrow money cheap, you can get an internal rate of return which is higher, and you're making the spread. Why you'd make it all day long?
Yep. I will vouch for this program because I'm actually going to get a loan. Hell, I'm going to try and get through it. I'll actually keep applying until they tell me no, because it's literally you're getting it at today's price, and then on some of our loans, you don't even have to make a payment for 2 years.
That's right. So let's first go through that.
Hang on one second. I am going to go use the restroom. Not that you guys need to know that. But while I'm in the little boys' room, well, that sounds pedo. I'm going to say restroom.
Yeah, I think that works.
While I'm in the bathroom, explain and lay out the pros, and if there are cons, I haven't seen one, but if there are, lay it out for the people, and I will be back.
Indeed.
There we go.
All right. So first what we're going to do is there we are. Thank you very much.
Don't worry about me. Worry about the fucking
the first thing that we're going to do is go through the process of how you will be. That's all right. How we're going to get you into the loan hub, into the loan program itself. So first, there's a phone number here, 941-413-6920. 941-413-6920. That's the number you're either going to call or better still text. I'm going to say, hey, I'm interested in getting a loan. through the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club. You need to be a member. You need to be a member, all right? And if you're on one of the memberships for $49.99, you qualify to at least apply for this loan. What we're going to do is send you an email, which will have 3 documents in it. It'll have the first link will be a credit link because it's a Tri-Credit Bureau check that needs to be done by the loan providers. We are partnered with a number of loan companies, and some of these loan companies will actually syndicate, meaning you might have the ability to get 10,000 from one, 10,000 from another, 10,000 from a third. They'll package it all up because no one lender is taking a bigger risk than they want to. So this is a really good back-end program. So first is you're going to click on that link. You're going to go and you'll pay $1. You'll pay $1 to get your Tri-Credit, and that credit is going to go directly into the loan provider hub. Okay, there's going to be a link to it, and you'll upload your credit rating in there. Immediately go and cancel the program because it's a 1 week free for $1, and then it's going to charge you $34. If you want to stay with the credit check program, you can, but my suggestion is that you get your credit report and cancel out of that program for $1. Okay. Once you have done that, you'll be filling a credit application form. It's a 1-page form with certain details that you'll send directly to the loan provider. And there's going to be a third page, which will be the closing fees and transaction fees that you agree to if you do get the loan. So that's the basic process. Once you're approved for the loan, once the underwriting is done, and it can take anywhere from a week to 2 weeks to do that. I'll go into the loan ranges in just a second, but you're going to be notified that you've been approved for a loan based on your credit, based on the other factors and information that you've given, how much you've been approved for. Loans are typically between $10,000 and $250,000. So once the loan is approved, underwriting has done everything they need to do, the money will directly be transferred to your account. It doesn't come to us. It goes directly to your checking account. And once that is done, or there's a credit card program, which I'll talk about in just a second, and then you are going to transfer money to buy crypto, to buy your Bitcoin to our account. We will do the bulk buys and put the Bitcoin directly into your wallet, right? So you're going to get the benefit of buying bulk. So the first part of the loan, of course, has KYC because you're providing your personal information to get the loan. However, once you send us the cash to buy the crypto, that does not require KYC because we're pooling as a club all of the different people who are putting money into the pot, and the cutoff date is going to be Tuesdays at 5 p.m. So in other words, we're going to do a weekly bulk buy. So every week, all the monies from the different members which has come in by Tuesday 5 p.m. By Wednesday, we will wire all of that money over to our partner who's going to buy crypto directly from the miners. They're going to buy Bitcoin directly from the miners, get us the best rates. They're given 2 to 3 days for execution. By Thursday or Friday, the bulk purchase has been made. It comes back into our wallet. And then each member who's got a wallet, the pro rata portion of the Bitcoin goes off into their wallet on the following Monday. And then Tuesday, the next week cycle continues. So it's a weekly bulk purchase program that we have, which ensures consistency, security, the best price points, and so that's the process itself. Now, there are 2 kinds of loans that have been initially started that we're starting right away, and this is available starting right after this show. You can call in and text the number that I just gave you, 941-413-6920. Now, the 2 kinds of loans are both very interesting, and they are pros and cons, like Bitcoin Ben said. The first is a credit card-based loan, and that is a loan that is 0% APY, anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. You pay 0%.
Did you say 0%?
0% for 2 years. So everything is ballooned to the end. And
See, this is how much I don't know about the shit we offer. 0% interest for 2 years.
Correct.
On Bitcoin.
No. When they apply for the loan, they will basically get some equivalent to a credit card.
Yeah.
With, let's say, $50,000 credit
loan.
They can send us a credit card. We swipe it. We charge. They say, okay, buy me $10,000 worth of Bitcoin. We go buy, no KYC. We put it into their wallet. But for 2 years, it's a 0%.
Jesus. Operators are standing by.
But depending on your credit, it'll be either 6 months up to 2 years. 24 is the, for good credit. And good credit means you need to have at least 680 to 700 in your credit.
Yep.
And they'll still go through underwriting and see previous history, etc. But this is an amazing program because think about the time frame. I talked about leverage, the duration of the leverage. You've got 2 years effectively with free money.
Whoa. Hey, and Mr. Camera Guy, could you hold us on our wide shot of him and I? All right, perfect. Thank you. I prefer this shot. All right. Sorry, guys, a little inside baseball while we're doing this. So basically, you could actually purchase, hypothetically, like say you're approved for a $40,000 or $50,000 line of credit. You could buy $50,000 worth of Bitcoin and have 0% interest for 2 years.
That is correct.
All right. For those of you who don't know what that means and the price predictions of actual Bitcoin in 2 years actually being over $3 million per Bitcoin, basically, this is you receiving free Bitcoin. Because at the end of the term, you pay off your initial loan of like 50 grand, and the amount of actual Bitcoin that you purchase with that 50 grand is now worth $500,000. So you get free Bitcoin.
Yes. But if you now you have to make that purchase that you sent to us on a credit card. If you want to cash out, if you want to just pull cash out of it, there'll be a 15% penalty on that.
Yeah, no, trust me, ain't nobody calling us getting a loan for a used car.
Correct.
Right? that ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Everyone watching right now is literally like, can we get the number again? And they're actually
941-413-6920.
I guarantee there's actually a couple of fucked up people right now who are looking at their dead mom and dad's social security number and seeing if they can get away with shit.
Well, you have to have good credit. And so, like I said,
or at least you're passed on, mom and dad have to have good credit.
You didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
No. Okay. So now the same application that you're going to do, the first check we'll see if we can get you the 0% APY credit line of credit. But at the same time, the same banks that are offering this program also have a syndicated term loan program. And what term loan program says is that you will be given a term loan. And the nice thing about the term loan is that even though you're making monthly payments, it's just like a car payment, but we can potentially spread that over a longer than 2 year period. It could be up to 5 years, which means if I get a $50,000 loan over 5 years, I might be paying a regular amount every month, whatever that payment, just like a car payment comes out to be. But at the end of that term, you're holding your Bitcoin free and clear. Now, depending on your financial situation, you may choose, hey, I want to do the term loan. Most people are going to prefer, I think, the 0% APY with the balloon at the end. I think if you qualify for that, that's a better way to go. But the options are both available to you. And on the term loan, the amounts can be higher.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about the term loan is that's where it goes up to 250, because multiple banks are coming in with, based on your credit, approving for different amounts. So we are actually adding up those amounts and saying, hey, this bank is willing to do 10,000 for you. This is willing to do 25. This one's going to do another 5. So suddenly you've, cumulatively getting a bigger term loan.
Well, even using that program, if I understand it correctly, which I think I do, you're still getting free Bitcoin.
You are paying every month for both the principal and the interest.
Over the whole term, when you balance it out, you're still getting the Bitcoin for free if you do like a 5-year.
Yes, correct. Or 3 years or 2 years.
Bitch, we're giving away free Bitcoin.
Yeah, hey, you asked me to negotiate a good deal, I did.
Do you see why I hired them, folks? Which, by the way, thank you for quitting your job at these strip club and pimp and actually joining
I still have the hat.
I love that hat. Look
and the shoes.
What kind of shoes are those?
Oh, I can't remember.
Well, they ain't cheap.
They got red soles. I don't know.
Oh, don't say red soles. Oh, man. We'll catch hell for that from the woo-woo people.
That's right.
No, in the long term, and I want you to be honest, is there anything negative about these loans over like a 4 or 5 year period? Is there someone who should not apply for this? Because, hey, guys, look, don't worry about us. We're doing fine. We set this program up to help you guys, little guys and big guys and little girls, like my little princess over here, is to help you guys actually get more Bitcoin because guys, we got about 10 years before this is not as profitable as it is now. Right now, where we're about to go, this is 1871 California. That means that you guys are some of the first people out in California literally tripping over gold. And all you got to do is reach out to us, set one of these up, and actually pick up your piece of digital gold that you happen to trip over, which is Bitcoin.
So you asked me about the risks. Look, yes. Like any other loan that you would take, you are liable to pay back that loan. So at the end of 2 years, for any reason, if Bitcoin has not appreciated and you purchased a bunch of Bitcoin, now where you're going to go wrong is if you take this loan and go and spend it in the strip club that he just talked about. And that's no longer our problem. Okay, so that's.
And if you do take it to the strip club, make sure you take it to his. Because he accepts Bitcoin.
I do not. He's kidding.
Yeah,
he's just kidding. Just so you know.
You don't understand.
All right. So at the end of the 2 years, there is a balloon payment that you need to make. The interest rate is probably going to be in the 20s, like a credit card. So you want to be well prepared, well thought out, that you're making the sound investments. We certainly think investing in Bitcoin is a sound investment. It's sound money. And that's why we took the amount of time we took earlier in this show to kind of go over the macro factors, why we have a core thesis, why Bitcoin is going to appreciate over the long term, even though you see these little jagged edges and long candles, right now. It doesn't mean that the long-term outlook of Bitcoin is any different from what we had, a year ago or a month ago or 5 years ago. So it's going to continue to keep going up. And in fact, it's only going to accelerate because the buy orders are going to be bigger and bigger as we go here. So there's a risk, of course, of any loan, and all of the fine print applies to it. There is also a 9.9% closing cost at the time your loan is approved. That's just what the underwriters charge. That's what is pretty standard. But you're still getting free money
like loan
for a 0% loan. That's free money. You don't have to pay a dime. Now, having said that, so that's the program that we're launching right now today. Our
941-413-6920.
That's it.
It's scrolling across our screen. Plus, after you wrap up what you were just about to talk about, what I want you guys, and the reason that you'll never use fucking Coinbase or Kraken, Jesse, I love you, but we just whooped your ass, is ours is actually no KYC on the Bitcoin.
That's right.
So no one knows you own it at all.
You're club members. We are pooling all your money, like I explained, and we are doing a bulk purchase. And then we are dropping that money, your pro rata amount, into your wallet, whichever wallet you choose. It's always in your custody.
We here at the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, we are a private membership organization. So we're basically like in the old days, whenever your grandfather would go, I think it was called like Knights of Columbus or something like that. It was, there were gentlemen clubs, not with strippers. And there were actually women's, clubs, and they were members of that club. So the federal government and local government has no authority inside of a private membership organization because it's actually based on what is called common law. And common law trumps civil law because civil law was actually built on top of common law. And common law was actually built on what is actually called the maritime law. And the maritime law was actually built on a European document called the actual Magna Carta. Yeah.
Right.
And so us as a private organization, the federal government, the local government, any government, go have yourself a hot cup of fuck off. Because as a private membership organization, we have protected constitutional common law rights that allow us to tell the federal government and all the government, not if someone walked in here who actually worked for the government, I wouldn't tell them to fuck off. But if they came in here and said, hey, we need a list of everyone you've ever, sold or helped, purchase Bitcoin, I would tell them to go fuck themselves. Excuse my language.
Well, 1689, right? John Locke, when he's talking about life, liberty, and it was not pursuit of happiness, that came later. It was life, liberty, and the right to property. In 1689, John Locke's writing that, and then Jefferson and his team of the people who are writing the Constitution, Sam Adams, John Adams' brother, is writing to him saying, hey, I read this fellow called John Locke, and he has these things called basic human laws, like the life, liberty, and the right to property, and the right to defend the above three, right? So that's where it comes from. So foundation. So just before, I know we're kind of short on time. I want to give another new initiative that we are working for you guys, for our members. We recognize that not all members are going to have that 700, 720 score. We get it. And but every one of our members is important to us. We want every one of you to participate in this digital wealth creation that is happening all around us. We are talking to and I'm not going to give all the details of the program yet, but we are talking to a group that has a very special program for anyone above a 525 score.
That's
Okay.
if you have a pulse, you're at 525.
525. Okay. So, but that has a slight, we're working through the details of it. That'll be somewhere between 10,000 and 30,000, 40,000 limits. But what's going to happen is the Bitcoin that you purchase is going to go into a multi-sig wallet. And it is going to act as an asset class. Now, there's not going to be any margin calls or anything of that sort. And we're going to probably get an LTV of about 70 to 85%, which is not bad, considering you've got a real crappy credit, right?
Yep.
But they're willing to give the loan, custody the Bitcoin in a multi-sig wallet, and then it'll be, a certain period of time. So let's say it's 2 years. At the end of 2 years, either you have paid back that amount and the signature goes straight back to the client, and you become the sole owner and you now transfer it to wherever you want. Or on that strike date, you haven't paid your amount and the signature will revert on the smart contract the other way.
Yep.
And that Bitcoin goes away. And,
which I guarantee that's not going to happen.
Right.
Well, I can't guarantee it, but no one's going to look at that Bitcoin and go, I can't make that $400 payment when you're sitting on, $2 million worth of Bitcoin
there you go.
In 2 or 3 years.
Exactly. So that we are working on that. It's not signed yet. Like the first program, we've already signed the contracts. We've got everything in place. We've got our accounts in place. We've got our Bitcoin buying program in place. This one, it'll be a couple of weeks. I hope I'll be able to announce this for you guys. We will be able to announce this for you guys somewhere in the mid-March, after we come back from El Salvador.
Yeah.
That's when I think we'll be able to finalize that program.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And just off the top of my head, for those of you who can't see it, this watch right here, this is actually the very first watch I ever had for our clubs. I think that was about 2 years ago that we had, and I think we only had like 250 made of them. Well, according to my business partner, we have 4 left. The first 4 people who apply for a loan and are approved get a free watch. Right?
Wow, that's a good deal.
Well, that
covers that 9.9% spread right there.
Right. This watch, last time I talked with my watch guy, this watch that I originally paid like $300 each to have them made, they're now worth about $900. So a $900 watch. God, I feel like the Home Shopping Network. Like, notice my watch. Look how it shimmers.
Yeah.
And
your skin looks good.
Well, thank you. That's because I use and I literally only have 4 of these left. They're like sitting back in the back room. And so those who apply and get the loan and actually purchase Bitcoin, you get a free, apparently $900 Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club watch, which who actually makes
Invicta or something like
that. God, what would Vigilante. Yeah, Coin Vigilante offers, he actually makes watches. This guy's incredible. Shout out to Vigilante Watches. I think that's what his actual company name is. You don't need a battery. It winds like a Rolex. We're just like moving around winds it. And so if you want free Bitcoin using one of our loan programs over a 4-year period, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying. Give us a call.
Or text.
Oh, yes. Or you can text us.
It's actually better if they text us. That way we have the record if you're on the phone.
There you go. 941. It's scrolling across the bottom. 941-413-6920. All right, guys and gals, and if you want to try and use your mom and dad who passed on 20 years ago, see if you can squeeze through their social security number. And I'm not endorsing that. I'm just saying it's an option. I mean, they're not using their credit anyway.
They're voting.
Well, only for Democrats. Yeah. God, that's funny. Grandma voted last year.
That's right.
All right.
She collected a Social Security check too.
Yeah,
she said so.
Elon
said so.
Yeah. Did you hear that there was someone collecting Social Security that, according to the government records, was over 4,000 years old?
Oh, wow. I didn't see that one. I saw the 400-year-olds, and there were quite a gaggle of them. It wasn't one or two.
Yeah. And I'm like, wait, so America's been around for about 250 plus years, and we got a 4,000. What is it like an Egyptian mummy?
Yep.
Embalmed
and all.
Yeah. Well, Egyptian money, if you're out.
They used to do what? Copper coins? Kind of like Bitcoins.
Actually,
with the hole in the middle?
That wasn't the Egyptians. Early.
That was the Mayans.
Yes.
Okay.
Egyptians originally based their trade on wheat and water.
Bushels of wheat.
Hey? Yeah. Okay. And
evolution of money.
Exactly. Now we're up to digital Bitcoin. So those of you who are interested in one of our loans, no KYC, privacy at its best, give us a call, 941-413-6920. And FYI, these loans apply for CALIX laptops also. So you can, I wanted to, this is how I work. Jay, by the way, I want to offer a program where they can buy a laptop and also Bitcoin. And when they get their laptop, CALIX Solutions will help you put your new Bitcoin on your laptop.
Okay.
No extra charge for that service. So you can, let's actually make it like a
free service they're going to get if they buy the CALIX laptop as a part of the Bitcoin purchase.
Yes.
Great. Yep. We'll put something together for that.
Hey,
that's a great idea, by the way. I just love it. It makes sense. If you're going to make an investment in your future, do it the right way.
Yeah, don't put that Bitcoin on a keychain. I will find out where you live and come slap the shit right out of you. All right, guys, is there anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. Happy birthday again, and have a safe drive up to wherever you're headed.
Right? Today I'm going to Naples. I'm on 2 panels with local government and other influencers and Florida government. There will be a few representatives there. Explaining why Florida should actually hold Bitcoin in its strategic reserve. Then I'm going up to Nashville, our Nashville club, and they're hosting my birthday party on Saturday. So if you're anywhere near Nashville, come out to our Nashville club, and I'll be there live in person. And we're going to have barbecue and chicken wings and food and drinks.
You're making me hungry.
Well, unfortunately, you aren't going to be there.
No, I'm going to head over to El Salvador.
That's right. Now, all right, guys and gals, everyone have a great day. And give us a call, 941-413-6920. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Call, preferably text. But if you want to, you can call and talk with Jay. He might answer, especially if you're
Gloria is going to answer the call.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gloria.
Yeah, she's taking all the calls. Gloria.
Well, then Gloria's not going to talk to you about, exotic dancers. She may talk to you about Jesus and why you need him because you're going to exotic dancers.
We'll take that any day.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone have a great day. We love you guys. Jay, thank you. I think we're going to do more of these morning shows with you and I. And cameraman, thank you for your service today. And Sherpa and all of our guests watching here live. And we will see you on Monday. Love it, you guys.
Have a great weekend.
Ever felt left out of the crypto craze? Not anymore. Welcome to Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where community meets opportunity. Our clubs are popping up nationwide, from Sarasota to Nashville, Boston to St. Louis. Join us and unlock a world of benefits. Access all clubs worldwide, earn through referrals, and dive into specialized crypto education. Need help buying crypto? We've got you covered, often with reduced fees. But wait, there's more. Enjoy perks like Bitcoin ATMs, silver purchases, and exclusive investment opportunities. Our state-of-the-art facilities offer podcast rooms, event spaces, and co-working areas. Stay informed with FGTV, our exclusive crypto news and education channel. Choose your membership, from day passes to individual or company plans. Individual members get access for themselves plus 2 guests, perfect for bringing friends or family. Companies can bring up to 15 employees or guests, fostering team growth and networking. Connect, learn, and grow with like-minded crypto enthusiasts. Ready to join the revolution? Visit BitcoinBenCryptoClub.com or call 562-526-0813 today. Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, your gateway to crypto success.